It's 2024, and if you'd like to start off the year with a bit of luxury, you deserve it after all.
Oh, yeah.
Why not consider the Intercontinental Pattaya Resort? It's on Pratamnak Hill. It's quite close to Peach. That's the Pattaya Exhibition and Convention Hall. Yes, that's what the H stands for. Not far from the Royal Cliff Hotel. It's a 5-star hotel.
Wow.
And depending on when you stay here, what type of room you stay here and how you pay, you could end up paying something like 10,000 baht a night, maybe 5,000 baht a night. Or I've actually ended up on a deal that's going to cost me 0 baht. But don't worry, this is not a sponsored video. I'll explain how I got a free room a little bit later. So I did say that this hotel is 5-star, and I wanted to give you my top 10 reasons why it's worth 5 stars. Counting down from number 10, starting at transport. Well, you are a little bit out of the way on Pratamnak Hill. And it is a big hotel, but firstly there are buggies to take you around the very extensive resort, including taking you down to your room, and secondly they do have a daily shuttle bus that runs every hour or two that takes you into central Pattaya. In at number 9, lifts and accessibility. With a big property like this built on a hill, you desperately need lifts, and they've got plenty of those. And also roads and ramps that do make it accessible for people with accessibility issues throughout the hotel. My number 8, well, I'm not going to use it, but they do have a fully equipped business centre, so if you're coming across to Thailand on work, this has everything you need. Something else that maybe I don't use, but you might find it important, and that is a fully equipped exercise room. And for me, a small detail on top is that on the running machine you have a complimentary bottle of water and a towel. And although it didn't make my personal top 10, they also have a children's playroom. And coming in at number 6, well, the hotel does have a wonderful spa. I like to have a Thai massage, but you can get cheaper options out in town, of course. But if you just want to relax in the resort, have a go at this. Another feature that is 5-star is the hotel has its own private beach. Now I have to say I think it's artificial sand, and it's definitely not the most beautiful beach I've ever seen. But if you want to come down and relax, watch the sunset, it's a beautiful area, and you can have a nice private dinner down here too. Coming in at number 4, I think I lost count as to the number of swimming pools. Is there 3 or 4? Children's pool, adults pool, jacuzzis. There's plenty of sun loungers to sit on. And one of those small touches is that everyone gets a complimentary bottle of water and a small fruit drink. Beautiful shape and very enticing, so if you need a swim, this is a great hotel for you. You can't really have a 5-star hotel without top-class restaurants, and there are 2 main restaurants in the hotel. One is halfway down the hill, and the other one has a beautiful view when it's sunset time. Food obviously is not on the cheaper side, but it is absolutely top quality. Shortly, I'm going to give you my 2 top tips for how everyone can save 20% to 50% off food and non-alcoholic drinks at this hotel. And I'll also give you a full explanation about what's on offer for breakfast. And coming in at number 2, well, you can't be 5-star unless you have first-class customer service. Everything is kept spotlessly clean. Look at the gardens, look at the pools, and even look at the bathrooms. And more than that, they had a real customer service mind, and they also had a sense of humour. Oh! Oh! Champion.
Champion.
Oh.
Peanut game.
Champion of the peanut game.
In a hotel.
Customer service. That's my number 2. เก่งมากครับ And the reason this hotel really is 5-star is just the choice of the rooms. I didn't get one of the so-called better rooms or best rooms in the house. They are quite expensive indeed. But even the entry-level rooms, they all seem to have 2 beds. They're classic in style. They have everything inside. They have coffee makers. They have a fully equipped fridge. They have a smart TV. They have beautiful balconies, and I was lucky to get an ocean view. Moving into the shower, there's a bath. There's also a walk-in shower. The toiletries are top class. The water is powerful and warm. And really, this is 5-star. And yet another one of those small details is that when you first check in, you get some complimentary, they look like Belgian chocolates, that kind of quality. And also in the evening, they'll come and knock on the door and ask whether you want the turn down service to prepare your bed. Breakfast is served in the Elements restaurant. It's served from early in the morning right through until 10:30, they say. But when I was there at 10:30, they were still asking me if I wanted anything else. As you'd expect from a 5-star hotel, there's every type of cuisine. There's Asian cuisine, there's Western cuisine. There's plenty of fresh pastries, there's fresh fruit. There's an egg station, there's also a noodle station. There's some wonderful freshly squeezed juices and smoothies, also some freshly squeezed orange juice. 2 types of bacon, the crispy one seems to be the more popular. Various types of sausage including pork sausage. There's fried potatoes with onions. And there's also a full array of Thai and Asian food to satisfy anyone who comes with you. All the salad and the fruit is kept refrigerated. And nobody's going to go hungry from this breakfast. It's also accompanied by excellent coffee. Behind me is the restaurant where you get your breakfast. But I do have 2 tips if you want to eat in a hotel like this and get a little bit better on the prices. Well, first of all, how did I manage to stay at this hotel for 0 baht? And the answer is that I have a very good friend of mine who has points on the IHG scheme, the International Hotel 1 scheme. And he has enough points to provide for me a free room this evening, so big shout out to Russell and many thanks for that. But if you stay at this hotel and sign up for that scheme, immediately you get 20% off all food and drink that is ordered in one of the restaurants or bars. I think that maybe excludes alcohol, but nevertheless, you just sign on the dotted line and immediately you get 20% discount. Another way that you can eat at a great place like this but also pay less is I used to be a big fan of the Eatigo app. And during COVID it kind of all closed up, but it's back with a vengeance now. And both of the restaurants in this hotel feature on the Eatigo app, and at certain times of the day you can get a whopping 50% discount on food on their menu. And that does make it a little bit easier to get 5-star hotel food at maybe 2 or 3-star prices. So try and download the Eatigo app. Not only does this hotel restaurant feature on there, but lots of restaurants around Bangkok, around Pattaya and other areas of Thailand have special deals going through the Eatigo app. So only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. It certainly is warm here in Pattaya in January 2024, but being midday as well means it's time to check out. What do you think about it? One thing that I should know after doing so many hotel reviews on this channel is depending on what time of year you go, what type of room you have, the room rates can vary enormously. But here it seems to be even more than usual because I've gone through on Agoda. And if you come off season for a basic room, you can be paying, well, only 4,500 baht or a little bit less. But if you include breakfast and come in high season, you could easily be paying 9,000 or even 10,000 baht for a nice room for a one-night stay. Is this something that you would be interested in? If you've been here before, what type of room rate did you get? It does seem to vary a lot. I liked it. Whether I would pay 10,000 baht out of my own pocket, that's probably a different story. But the good thing about Thailand and the good thing about Pattaya is there are hotels that have a rate to match every pocket. If this one wasn't for you, try this one, or even this one over here. Maybe I can find one that will satisfy you. But for me, here at the Intercontinental Hotel, thanks for watching. See you again very soon. Bye bye for now.